Hello friends, welcome to my channel Share and Care with Maya. Hope you all are doing very good. And today I'm just going to share with you some scenic beauties of Niagara which we witnessed this Christmas vacation time. And I would also love to tell you some historical events behind this Niagara Falls. So Niagara Falls is a natural wonder unlike any other. The history of Niagara Falls goes back thousands of years to the Ice Age, when large torrents of water were released from the melting ice, draining into what is known as Niagara River. Now, some scientific that the power of the falls, what is the potential power of Niagara Falls, attracted industrialists who worked to harness its force using water wheels to drive the Mills factory. The world's first large scale hydroelectric generating station opened in Niagara Falls in 1895. The plant used the direct current system, however, which could only transmit electricity 100 yards. Like the distance of transmitting electricity was too less in this DC, that is direct current. In 1896, a year after that, the famous electrical engineer Nikola Tesla proved that he could transmit electric from Niagara Falls to Buffalo, New York, using his new alternating current, that is AC, induction motor. That marked the first long distance commercial use of AC system that is still used around the whole world today. Niagara Gorge Discovery Center is located above the site of power station from which electricity was first sold as a commodity. Hydroelectricity is one of the Niagara Falls most important products. Together, power plants on both the American and Canadian sides to the fall have the capacity to produce up to 2.4 million kilowatts of electricity. Under an international treaty, the flow of water over Niagara Falls is reduced during the night to allow more water to flow into the intakes used for power generation. This plan ensures that the fall's natural beauty remains unaffected during the prime viewing hours. Let's learn something more about Niagara. So, Native Americans were the first people to discover the natural wonder that is Niagara Falls. We can only imagine how amazed they were when they first stumbled upon this site. Niagara Falls was created by an erosion process. In a simplified explanation, yearly thawing and refreezing of water caused the continuous wear of rocks until the Niagara River formed. To this day, the process continues to push back the falls about a foot every single year. As far as who the first person was to discover this beautiful site, we don't actually know. We can assume that Native Americans in the area were the first to see it, but we have no documentation of when or what specific tribe that might have been. So, the first time we can see evidence of it on paper is from an European priest, Father Louis Hennepin, in 1678 while on an expedition. After returning to Europe, he recorded a book called A New Discovery that detailed his experience and findings in the area. This book is what quickly made the area popular and encouraged other explorers to visit. Niagara Falls has brought visitors from all over the world, even Napoleon Bonaparte's brother. As people began to visit, they also began to wonder what they could do with the power from all this water. In 1895, it became the first ever large scale hydroelectric generating station and was soon after used by Nikola Tesla to transmit electricity long distance. Today, water from the falls is still being used to create electricity for the area surrounding it. Did, did you know that in 1965 Niagara Falls had a bit of a remodel? People began to notice that the part of the fall was starting to diminish due to a large amount of built up at the bottom of the waterfalls. Rocks were being carried over the and stacking up, tarnishing the aesthetic. People had admired for hundreds of years. In order to fix the issue, US Army Corps of Engineers had to completely stop the flow of water from Niagara Falls and remove roughly 280,000 cubic yards of rock until they eventually realized that the rock was what was supporting the falls. Instead of being complete waste of money and efforts, they eventually found a way to stabilize the waterfall in a sustainable way.
श्रद्धा आप इस साइड आ जाओ, बाबू इस साइड आ जाओ, इस साइड हाँ।
There is so much history to discover about Niagara Falls. Simply seeing the falls for yourself is an incredible experience. Plus, the local area is thriving with entertainments, attractions, and so much for whole family to do, making it a perfect vacation destination. A number of bridges have spanned the Niagara River in general vicinity of the falls. The first, not far from the whirlpool, was a suspension bridge above the gorge. It opened for the use by the public in July 1848 and remained in the use until 1855. A second bridge in the upper fall area was commissioned with two levels of or decks, one for the use of the Great Western Railway. This Niagara Falls suspension, the bridge opened in 1855. In 1882, the Grand Trunk Railway took over the control and the second deck after it absorbed the Great Western Company. Significant structural improvements were made in the late 1870s and then in 1886. This bridge remained in use until 1897. Because of the volume of traffic, the decision was made to construct a new arch bridge nearby, under and around the existing bridge. After it opened in September 1897, a decision was made to remove the scrap the railway suspension bridge. This new bridge was initially known as Niagara Railway Arch or Lower Steel Arch Bridge. It had two decks, the lower one used for carriages and the upper for trains. In 1937, it was renamed the Whirlpool Rapids Bridge and remains in use today. All of the structures built up to that time were referred to as Lower Niagara Bridges and were some distances from the falls. The first bridge is so-called Upper Niagara Area was a two-level suspension structure that opened in January 1869. It was destroyed during a severe storm in January 1889. The replacement was built quickly and opened in May 1889, like within 4 months of time. In order to handle heavy traffic, a second bridge was commissioned slightly closer to American Falls. This one was Steel Bridge and opened to traffic in June 1897. It was known as Upper Steel Arch Bridge, but was often called the Honeymoon Bridge. The single level included a track for trolleys and space for carriages and pedestrians. The design led to the bridge being very close to the surface of the river. An ice jam twisted the steel frame of the bridge, which later collapsed on January 27, 1938. The tourist area near the falls include observation towers, high-rise hotels, souvenir shops, museum, indoor water park, casinos and theaters, mostly very colorful neon billboards and advertisements. Other part of the city includes golf course, park, historical sites from War of 1812 and residential neighborhood. Niagara Falls is approximately 130 km, that is 81 miles by road from Ontario capital of Toronto, which is across the Lake Ontario to the north. The area of the Niagara region is approximately 1800 km square. The city is built along the Niagara Falls waterfall and Niagara Gorge on the river which flows from Lake Erie to Lake Ontario. The city of Niagara Falls has a humid continental climate which is moderated on an extent in all seasons by proximity to water bodies. Winter are cold with a January high of minus 0.4 degrees Celsius and low of minus 7.8 degrees Celsius. However, temperature above 0 degrees Celsius are common during winter. The average annual snowfall is 154 centimeters, that is 61 inch, in which it can receive lake effect snow from both lakes. Summer are warm to hot with a July high of 27 degree Celsius and low of 17 degrees Celsius. This is the summer temperature. The average annual precipitation is 970.2 milliliters, which is relatively evenly distributed throughout the year. Although more historical and cultural diversity exists, Niagara Falls has 11 communities and 67 neighborhoods, defined by planning neighborhoods, the communities for the city of Niagara Falls. With a plentiful and inexpensive source of hydroelectric power from the waterfall, many electrochemical and electrometallurgical industries located there in early of mid 20th century. Industry began moving out of the city in 1970s and 80s because of the economic recession and increasing global competition in manufacturing sector. Tourism increasingly became the most important revenue source. Generally speaking, Niagara Falls, Ontario is a more popular destination than Niagara Falls, New York, in part due to better view of the falls from Canadian side of the river. In 20th century, there was a favorable exchange rate when comparing Canadian and US currencies. The Ontario had greater focus of tourism. Also, Ontario's legal drinking age of 19 in comparison to legal drinking age of 21 in the US attracts potential alcohol consumers from across the border. The Ontario government introduced legal gambling to the local economy of mid 1990s. Casinos Niagara precipitated an economic boom in the late 1990s as numerous luxury hotels and tourist attractions were built, and second casino Niagara Falls opened in 2004. Both attracted American tourists due to part of comparatively less expensive Canadian dollar. And despite the opening of the Seneca Niagara Casino on American side, when Canadian and US currencies moved closer to parity in the 2000s, Niagara Falls, Ontario continued to be popular destination for Americans. Its tourist area had many attractions and vibrancy when Niagara Falls, New York languished in a prolonged economic downturn. In 2004, several tourist establishments in Niagara Falls began adding a 3% marketing fee to bills. The collected money is untraceable and there are no controls over how each establishment spends in it. The Ontario government concerned tourists could be misled into believing the fees were endorsed by the government, warned hotels and restaurants in 2008 not to claim the fee if it was not being remitted to the legitimate non-profit agencies that promotes tourism. The practice continues and takes in an estimated $15 million per year from tourists unaware the fee voluntary and can be removed from their bill. Recent development has been mostly centered on Clifton Hill and Fallsview area. Niagara Falls downtown is undergoing a major revitalization. The city is encouraging redevelopment of these areas as an art and cultural district. The downtown was a major center for local commerce and nightlife until 1970, when the Niagara Square shopping center began to draw away crowds and retailers. Since 2006, historic Niagara has brought art galleries, boutiques, cafes, and bistros to the street. Attractions include renovations of the Seneca Theatre. On 3rd October 2012, the mayor of Niagara Falls opened the new Queen Street Downtown Park, featuring a children's playground complete with soft artificial turf, benches, seating, landscaping, and the water molecule sculpture created by the artist Derek Costello. The city encourages location filming of movies and TV series, and many have taken advantage of location. Recent titles include several currently filming as well as TV like shows. So here we were going close to our destination, that is reaching close to our house, and I shared some information and historical like events about the Niagara Falls. I hope you liked the video. Please hit the like button, and also do comment in the comment section if you have visited Niagara Falls and what you have liked the most about it. Also, you can subscribe to my channel and hit the like button without fail, hit the bell icon without fail. Thank you so much for watching. Continue watching this beautiful music and the scenic beauty. Thanks. Finally at home.